Coming in from Kerala at the moment. After Sabarimala heist, an allegation rises in the famous Guruvayur temple in Kerala, and as far as the audit report of 2019 is concerned, it finds various temple properties are missing. The report of the State Audit Department has revealed that valuables including gold from the Guruvayur temple were handled without following the procedures, and the report also states that there was a loss of 79 lakh rupees as the gold deposited in the SBI gold deposit scheme was not renewed on time. That's the latest we're tracking. Additionally, the audit department has also found that the seeds for the sack count given by the pilgrims were missing, saffron flowers were not included in the records, basically glaring lapses. Meanwhile, the Devaswam of the Guruvayur has responded, saying the shortcomings pointed out by the audit department had been resolved and that these matters had been submitted to the High Court in a detailed affidavit. Ashwin joins us live with the latest details currently. Right, I'm told Ashwin will be a few moments before he joins us. These are the latest details that Ashwin has sent us. The latest we're tracking after the Sabarimala heist. Remain unanswered at this point, including how the temple authorities have justified so far and whether any formal probe or police inquiries initiated into this matter remains to be seen, and the state government's response is also being watched out for. Ashwin will join us in just a few moments from now. We are of course waiting for that line with Ashwin to get the latest on this breaking news story. Well, after the Sabarimala heist, now an allegation arises in the famous Guruvayur temple in Kerala as far as the audit report is concerned. Rahul Ishwar now joins us over the phone line. He's an activist, as you know, with a quick comment regarding the matter. We are, of course, waiting to ascertain all details with my colleague Ashwin, but since we don't have Ashwin, we'll get in a word from Rahul Ishwar. Mr. Ishwar, thank you so much for your time. You've long raised concerns about transparency as far as Devaswam boards are concerned. After both the Sabarimala and now this case, the audit revelations, do you believe that temple administrations should be removed from government control?
Due respect to all the governments, temples should be governed by believers. Just like our Muslim brothers and Christian brothers have a right to govern their churches and mosques, the Hindu community should also have a right to do that. In Kerala's context, it was in 1810 that the British Colonel John Munro decided to take over the temples. It was to prevent a rebellion against the British almost 215 years back. India got independence, but our temples have still not got independence. It's a very serious issue that we have to tackle with. Now, coming to this particular question of Guruvayur, nearly 25 crore discrepancy has been revealed. And from 2015, the temple management, please read Devaswam Board. Temple management means Devaswam Board constituted by the political authority of the Kerala government, appointed politicians to it, decided that, these decisions and the audit need not be submitted for the audit and other public scrutiny. See, it itself is a suspicious move. As a Hindu activist, it was under my petition that Sabarimala came under Right to Information Act. We were saying we need more transparency, accountability. And from Vaikam Temple, it has been already revealed and verified that nearly 250 to 260 grams of gold were stolen. So, as you rightly said, there is a very massive gold heist that happens from many temples. That's the reason why we need more transparency. The only institution we can trust is High Court, because High Courts have been with championing of justice, accountability, against corruption. So more and more ether, because I understand that many politicians feel many kind of inhibition saying that government should be removed. But at the same point of time, more and more court monitoring should be there. I think that's a consensus we all can accept. More and more court involvement should be there, because otherwise we cannot trust our temple with any politician, whether they be from right, left or center. The issue is they are using it to consolidate people, consolidate resources. So it's a very deep structural issue in Sabarimala, in Guruvayur, in Vaikyam, in so many temples. Tons of gold have been snatched, or kilos of gold have been taken away. And this is verified by Kerala High Court too. So it's a very serious issue that merits a lot of in-depth discussion and consensus building also.
But do these repeated audit failures point to systemic mismanagement, or do you see political interference behind the scenes?
There are two aspects. One is systemic mismanagement. Second is systemic loot. There is an aspect of systemic loot which is more grave than systemic mismanagement. For example, yesterday's Kerala High Court order stated there has been a criminal conspiracy. One, well orchestrated move. These are words used by the Honorable High Court. Such stinging remarks. Well orchestrated. To the highest of authority, the inquiry should be extended. So the politicians, whether they be from any party, have used temples as a way of consolidating money, resources, gold, influence, social leverage. So this has been an issue. While social leverage may be debatable, looting from temples is absolutely a no-no. Whether it is temple, church or mosque doesn't matter. So yes, there should be a larger debate regarding who should govern the temple, and there can be a consensus.
Mr. Iswar, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us with your views. My colleague Ashwin is now with us to provide further clarity regarding the allegations and what's come to light. Ashwin, what exactly are the audit report's most serious findings? And also take us through how they've been justified by the temple authorities.
Well, this audit was done between the time period of 2019 to 2020 to Parameshwar.
Right.
And it is during this time, this audit has revealed there are many discrepancies as far as the temple administration is going, especially some valuables. One of the biggest takeaway is that 79 lakhs of gold deposited in the SPI gold deposit scheme was not renewed on time. This has led to a loss. Second thing also points out to 2,000 kg of urali. Urali is a huge vessel which was donated, which is worth around 15 lakhs. The donation of it was not reflected in any of these documents. The audit also states that 530 kgs of ivory, it was taken by the forest officials, but no records of it has been maintained. Now, these discrepancies exactly reflect what was shown in Sabarimala, giving it a wider nexus and wider possibility for all these administrators and temple officials to loot the temple resources. And that is what has concerned a lot of devotees. In fact, a large number of the sannyasis had also gathered talking about this, even calling for a clarion call that if audit is not done, then devotees must stop putting donations in these Devaswam monitored and Devaswam administered temples as well. Certainly, Guruvayur temple is one of the most visited temples in Kerala. People believe that it is an idol that has been worshipped by Lord Krishna himself in the south corridor of Dwarka, and it's an ancient temple which was consecrated at least has a history of 5,000 years. So certainly, a temple like this where crores of devotees put in their money in it and donations to it, if it is not properly looked into, there is a certain kind of concern that has been raised not just by the devotees but also by the saints in Kerala as well.